Richard Putman.
Peggy Pagan.
I'm Charlie Pagan. I'm on the board of Valley County Pathways.
And I just want to interject and say, this is Dave Putman and Kathy. These two are
Related?
are Earl and Eleanor's kids.
Thank you.
That we are.
And the rest of us are just family and
Riff-raff.
Great to have such a great turnout of Putman family people. Well, this is a special day for Valley County Pathways and for me personally to give proper recognition to the Putman family for their gift of land to expand the Crown Point Trail by a quarter mile back in 2006. Anyway, just a little history about our group. So Valley County Pathways had formed in 2004, just a citizens group, a lot of people wanting to work on trails in the whole valley. And we ended up forming the group formally through nonprofit and such by 2006. We got our first master plan approved by the Valley County Commissioners in 2005. And the master plan had a valley-wide vision for long-distance walking, biking trails from Cascade to McCall. And we thought the old railroad right-of-way would be one way to fulfill that vision. We were inspired by the Boise River Greenbelt, the Trail to Coeur d'Alene's from Wallace to Hayburn State Park up north, Wood River Trail, Bellevue to Ketchum, and the Weezer River Trail. And our mission was really to try to build a trail system that matched the grandeur of this valley, which to me is one of the most beautiful places, not only in Idaho, but the world. Eleanor Putman, I think, had been reading the paper and keeping track of what was going on back in those days. And she gave me a phone call and suggested that her family might be interested in donating their property on the railroad line to Valley County Pathways in 2006. And so we talked about that, and we contacted an appraiser and got the property appraised by several people. So we had several cost estimates on that. And Eleanor signed over the title of the property with a quitclaim deed in 2006. So the following spring, I remember doing a really nice event out here in very similar weather. And my press release was dated May of 2007. And we had about 25 people there at the time, including the Putman family. Who all was here then? A couple, yeah. And then we had former Cascade Mayor Dick Carter was here, and Valley County Commissioner Frank Eld said a few words. So Eleanor, back in the day, on that day in particular, said her family wanted the trail to be open for the general public to enjoy in perpetuity. It's a really nice, gentle, flat trail that just about anyone can enjoy, she said. Our family has had many great times up here, but now we're selling the family cabin, and we want to make sure the railroad portion of our property be preserved as a public trail. And so this gift of land was the first of its kind, valley-wide, and we hoped that more would follow her example. And a number of people have over the years, which has helped us with developing the North Valley Trail, 5 miles from downtown McCall out to Heinrich Lane, and the Boulder Creek Trail in Donnelly, and some other locations. So today we'd like to give the Putman family long overdue recognition with this bronze plaque, thanking them for their gift of land. And the plaque says, Valley County Pathways gives heartfelt thanks to the Earl and Eleanor Putman family for an enduring gift of railroad right-of-way land in 2006 to extend the Crown Point Trail. The Putman family was the first landowner to provide a gift of land to expand walking, running, and biking trails along the old railroad line in Long Valley. Their legacy will live on in perpetuity for all to enjoy. So this is a rock that has special meaning to the Putman family, and I'm going to let Dave talk about that some more. Do you maybe just want to talk a little bit about that and where that rock came from and how we got the rock from Boise to up here?
Well, actually, in about 1972, my dad got a permit, I think from the Forest Service, for 10 rocks. Because we built cabins up around the area, and we had a couple of parties that wanted a special rock. And so he hauled out 9 rocks, and then the family went with him up to Crystal Mountain, which is up by Bergdorf, which at that time was owned by the Forest Service, now privately owned. You can't go in there. But he picked this rock and he loaded it on a trailer with his big loader and brought it down here to our cabin, which is right over the hill, and he placed it right in the middle of the driveway. Oh. So we could drive around it, sit on it, take pictures, all that kind of stuff. And then when Dad was killed in '97, then Mom had kind of decided she was going to sell the cabin. And so Sue and I said, that rock ain't gonna...
So let me interject. That rock has seen more miles than most rocks have. I told Dave, and we agreed, that rock is not going to stay. It's been about 5 different spots, and each time Dave looks at me and says, "Are you kidding me?" Again, and I said, "Yep." So it's home now.
So when we
And
left
Richard's
our place,
got the other one.
when I told Steve, I said, well, we've got a rock that we're going to use. And so they had granite excavation, brought it up out of Meridian to my place. It took me 3 weeks to bed that rock, to put down the plaque on it, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Nice work.
Yeah.
He had to grind that down to create a flat spot,
Yeah.
plus figure out how to drill
Yeah.
those screws in and epoxy those screws on the corners.
And the saw I used, I went down to the hardware store here and I said, I've got this granite rock and I don't know what to use, you know, and they said, well, you get this diamond saw. Well, dig deep in your pocket, and I got the diamond saw. And after I got it all ready, bedded and ready to go, and I had to put masonry bedding material underneath the plaque to make it smooth and level. And then I went down to Larry Walters and I said, you know, I've got to drill 4 holes in a granite rock. And he said, oh, I used to do that all the time. And I go, oh, really? He says, do you want to use my rotary drill? And I said, yes. It was like a knife going through soft butter. Wow. So I was able to get...
Oh, the name of the guy that helped bring it up. Brian Gibson?
Brian Gibson, yeah. And we got it set. They've done some beautiful clearing because this was all thick with timber. And I think it turned out really, really good.
Yeah, Tom and I did that in the rain.
Thank you.
One of those rainy weekend days in August.
But I want to thank Granite Excavation for doing it for free, which was super. And then Larry Walters for the use of his rotary drill, and all the people that brought this together. I think it turned out really, really good.
It's beautiful.
And for the Valley County Pathways people, I kind of got to
I got a piece of the rock.
I got to chip off the old rock.
That's awesome, actually.
That is awesome.
That's really awesome, baby.
You said you weren't sentimental.
All
Paperweight for your desk.
Anyway, that's all I got, guys.
Kate, would you like to say something?
Indeed, I would. The first thing.
Very cool.
The first thing I would like to say is that you are absolutely amazing, and for your dedication in putting this kind of stuff together is just unbelievable. And so thank you.
Thank you.
I do have to say, when David first told me that we were going to have this dedication ceremony today, I almost had to chuckle at the irony of it all. Because when my parents first bought this piece of railroad right-of-way here, the first thing my father did was erect a fence on that end and a locked gate on this end for the express purpose of keeping the public out. and he was actually known to run people off if he caught them trespassing. And what I have come to realize, though, is that he was kind of a visionary in his own way. in that he was creating a pathway for his family and the people that he loved to get from our cabin directly to the lake without having to walk on other people's private property. So I did come to appreciate the fact that he had a vision of a path of a different nature. And what I didn't realize is that he eventually, I think, passed that visionary mentality on to my mother when she realized that this should be opened up for everyone to enjoy. Everyone, regardless of their race, religion, ethnicity, their sexual orientation, their age, their disability, this property should be available to everyone to enjoy. And it was only because of your work, Steve, that finally happened, and I really want to say thank you for that. You know, this path, this is the Crown Point Trail.
Yep.
This trail may not be as famous as West Coast Pacific Crest Trail or even the East Coast Appalachian Trail, but you know, this trail is really a gem of this gem state, I think. And it is really a true pleasure and my absolute honor to stand here in front of all of you this morning and honor my parents, Earl and Eleanor Putman, for their gift to Valley County and to the entire state of Idaho. But especially, I want to say a huge thank you to Steve and the entire Valley County Pathway people for their incredible role in guiding my mom to this end and for your support to her through this entire process. Thank you, too, for helping David and I with this dedication rock and the wording on the plaque, David. While this land was a gift to Valley County Pathways, your gift of this memorial to the extended Putman family is deeply and humbly appreciated. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let me give you a hug.
In my heart, I truly, truly feel Earl and Eleanor are looking down and smiling and saying, "Good job, kids.
Yeah,
good
they're
job.
here.
Good job, folks." Yeah, they're here with us. Absolutely.
They are.
Absolutely.
Nicely done.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, what a classy lady. Thinking about last night, you know, wow. It's been almost 20 years, you know. So I really hope folks are inspired by this. This is a great reminder what it's all about. And it's really about our kids, grandchildren, multiple generations to follow, and what kind of valley are we going to have here for our families.
Well,
So,
you are creating a vision for
we
a
gotta
valley
keep
that is
gotta keep going.